And then we're going to put the other one in case it's a bounce spell. Yes! What is up, everybody? It's me, Delta Ghost back, and we're here in the arena again, and we are playing Timeless. So, if you keep up with me on Instagram, by the way, follow me on Instagram at Delta Ghost, you will have seen that I have been working on a colorless deck, but I don't feel like it's ready for a video just yet. But for now, I want to talk about how Emrakul is reshaping Arena, and it gives me a great excuse to go back to playing Omnishow. Not only because I need to climb ranked right now, but because the deck is almost entirely different. And I mean almost because the combo is, for the most part, still the same, but how we get there is very, very different since the last time we talked about this deck. So let's break it down. We still have Brainstorm, and we still have Thoughtseize. We have Demonic Tutor, Mana Drain. We have our Flash package, Born Upon the Wind, Waterlog Teaching, and Hullbreaker Horror. We also have Show and Tell, the namesake of the deck. We have 3 copies of Stock Up. We have Brazen Borrower. We have 4 copies of Atraxa, 3 copies of Dig Through Time, 4 copies of Omniscience. The 2 new copies of Emrakul. It could possibly be 3, but for right now, I feel like 2 is enough. I don't always want to see this card because I'm not always ready to either put it into play with Show and Tell or cast it off of my Omniscience. So I feel like 2 is okay, but maybe 3 helps with the consistency. And then the big plus to this deck is that we have now Ponder. This lets us get rid of Rakashasha, whatever. I'm gonna put the card up like somewhere right here. Bargain. That card being taken out of this deck actually helps it a lot because we're able just to be more efficient with our cantrips. We don't have to wait till we get to 3 mana, or we're using our Ancient Tomb for colorless, or we're using our mana off of Mana Drain for colorless. This allows us to just be way more efficient. The other thing, as I mentioned with Emrakul, is that now our combo is just much more efficient as well. The addition of Through the Omen Pass and the Anthologies 3 and 4 have done a lot to this deck to make it just way more efficient. We can just either slam Emrakul into play off of Show and Tell, or we can go Show and Tell into Omniscience, and then we can cast the Emrakul off of the Omniscience. It's just much more cleaner that way. Overall, we still have the same Flash package in here, so that way we can either go over the top of other Omniscience players, or we can respond to effects such as, I'm trying to remember the name, but basically enchantments that come into play that exile a permanent. In response to the trigger, we can then go Board Upon a Wind and then keep comboing. And then Waterlog Teachings helps find that, and then Hullbreaker Horror is also part of that package. As for the sideboard, because we're an Ancient Tomb deck, we can actually juke our opponent pretty well, and we can kind of play like a Dimir mid-range deck. I have Foregone Green in the deck, that way, once again, to help with the consistency, but also for our sideboard plan. We have 2 copies of the rest when we really just need to be digging at our opponent's hand and throwing them off their combo plan. We have 3 copies of Fata Push to help with those aggro matchups. We have, I believe, 4 copies. Yeah, once again, I can't stand how Arena does its sideboard, but we have 4 copies of Orcish Bowmasters. We bring X amount of copies in depending on what kind of blue deck it is. It's normally 4 copies against other tempo decks, and it's normally 2 to 3 on the combo deck, depending on what combo variant it is. We have 2 copies of Nethergoyf. This is going to help with our plan to just juke our opponent. We have an extra counterspell just in case we need to be more the control player. And then we have also 3 copies of Borrowgoyf here, as well as part of the juke plan against our opponents. Because sometimes we might go into game 3 and I will just cut this entire package right here and I will bring in the fair gameplay. This is really good against opponents that I find have Disruptor Flute, because most of the time they'll go Disruptor Flute, name Show and Tell, oh, it's going to cost more, but I don't care anymore because I'm playing more of the mere tempo / mid-range. So that's the breakdown of this deck. I think, once again, Omnishow is the major winner of these cards being released to Arena, and it's still the overall top performing deck. Can it win games how Oopsal Spells does? No. But is it going to win most of your matchups consistently? Absolutely. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'll see you all in the first round. All right, here we are in the first match. We have a series of fetch lands plus Brainstorm. We have a Ponder for our turn 1, and for our turn 3, we have a Stock Up. This is pretty good. I feel like we can figure out a game plan from here. The Waterlogged Teachings is kind of a dead card, but hey, I can't argue for too much. If I mulligan down to 6, I'm going to have to put a card away anyways, so this is pretty good. Our opponent did decide to mulligan, which is awesome. They led on Basic Forest and the Exploration. Something tells me I'm going to get Wasteland locked here. I can afford to put out this and go Ponder. I honestly haven't played against Exploration yet, so this is kind of cool. The mana drain might be nice. I don't really like too much else what's going on here, because I already have everything else that I need. But I will keep the mana drain. Decline to shuffle. I just realized there's a Yori on deck. Yeah. Well, we have something going in our favor. And they had the Ren in 6, of course. That's okay. All right, so we definitely have to see what's going on in their hand, as they have potentially access to 5 mana next turn, and I just don't want to deal with a Haymaker. Oh, Leyline Binding. Okay, so they're more of the control variant. Interesting. I'm gonna lead on a Polluted Delta. That way they still don't think that I'm Omni. I feel like Misty Rainforest, when you're blue-black, just tells your opponent, oh no, this is Omni, even in the current iteration of it. There's not many decks are using Misty Rainforest. I'm so curious. So yeah, they had their Flooded Strand, but I'm so curious, like, what are their payoffs? Oh, Rakashaw's Bargain. Rakashaw's Bargain. And then they don't have to reveal anything except for what gets milled. So maybe I might get a better idea of what's going on. However, if they just mill 2 lands, then I have no information at all. But this combination here, I thought I was like going to be just absolutely not playing Magic. However, the Yorion leads me to believe that they're lacking a certain amount of consistency. Oh, there's a Strip Mine. That's not good. Sure. They can buy it back, and they can play it again thanks to Exploration. Oof. We are in a dangerous position now. Here I was on a mantra about consistency and how they probably don't have it, and turns out they do have it. This is going to be definitely rough. So I'm leaving both fetch lands like this. That way I can go fetch, and mana drain if need be. Looks like they're going to Uro. They were checking their graveyard right there. And if they Uro, they have green, green, blue, blue, and they can leave strip mine open. It's so annoying. Please play the Fledge Strand in your hand. The reason why I want them to play the Fledge Strand in their hand, so that way they're missing all land drop. Nope, they're making the correct play here. I am going to try and get 4 colorless mana next turn. And luckily, I am sandbagging a fetch land. So I will be able to do stuff. But, yeah, I need to somehow answer this Uro that's coming out. This is, funny enough, a time where I was wishing I was playing my colorless deck. Because, man, getting mana rocks out against a waste or a strip mine deck and having indestructible lands feels good. Right now, this doesn't feel too good. I really don't feel confident about it right now. It was fine up until they got the strip mine. Okay. Oh. I think I have to stock up here. And this doesn't do anything. Ooh. Take the Ponder and I'll take the DT. I don't think I get out from underneath this strip mine lock. But also, my opponent's not showing me any real clock, so maybe I have the time to figure it out. But also, they can just alt Ren next turn, but they don't have anything to use. Oh, they're Field of the Dead too? Good lord. This deck is sick, but also, god damn. If I get Fetch Land and Ancient Tomb, I think I stand a chance. But right now, all this is just bad news bears. Ooh, that's the start. Okay, oh wait, what am I talking about? I don't have Show and Tell in my hand. They didn't bring back the strip mine. Sick. Okay. I don't know why they didn't go for strip mine, but I'll take it. Now let's see what I got. I can go for my Surveil land. I think I'm going to do. Ponder. I already have a Ponder in my hand. Ooh, there's the Ancient Tomb. Darn. This is where I kind of wish I had my Chrome Moxes, but Chrome Moxes aren't that amazing. Ugh. Alright, let's take a Ponder. I don't want any of these. Shuffle. I still got one of them. Feels bad. Latest this land. Say go. Oh, I'm just dead because of the Field of Dead. I did not see that. Why didn't I think about that? I needed a win right then and there. Okay. Right. This matchup just feels really bad. I think Thoughtseize is fine. Or do I? I could probably trim one for Counterspell. And what else did I see? Got a hit. Regretting not having any surgicals here, but I think that is fine. A little bit unlucky that I didn't see any 3 of my ancient tombs to the very end, but also I was very aware at the point of which I casted Mana Drain that if I did not find my combo at that point, it was going to be very difficult to pull off a win. But yeah, interesting deck that the opponent has. Makes sense, but still feels bad. Be on the play. This hand is pretty darn close. I think it's fine. It's okay. Sure. Don't follow it up with Wasteland, please. That's fine. City Sewers. Dig through time. That is okay. Island. We're going to Demonic Tutor, and we're going to find Show and Tell here. But the problem is that they have Strip Mine, and they go double Strip Mine. I hate my life. But I think I can fade it. Like, Sandbank and Ancient Tomb gives me the best chance of fading it. Ooh, I have no idea what this deck is anymore. The hell? You have Stoneforge Mystic? Okay. We probably win this. I know they do have Leyline Binding, but that's exactly why we kept the Dig Through Times and the Born Upon the Wind. Emrakul, GG. Oh yeah. Yep, that's everything we need, baby. Yep. All right. On the draw. 1. I can cut a stock up and go back a Thoughtseize. I still like the additional counterspell here. I don't even know. Like, I've never seen this deck before. I don't know how to fight it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna cut 1 counterspell. It just feels weird. Like, do I really go with the Fatal Push? Huh. Or do I just completely juke them? I do feel like juking them. All right, let's do it. Let's do it for the content. Let us try and juke our opponent. Did I not count this right? No, I did. It's like, did I not count this right when I planned a sideboard juke? I did. We're gonna try and juke them. We're gonna see if they overboard for the combo. This hand's not that great though. I'll mulligan. This hand's also not that great, but I don't want to keep going down resources against this opponent. The Stoneforge Mystic really threw me off. I'll keep that. You. Just passed. Interesting. Well, this deck has so many different surprises. I'm just gonna sandbag the bottom. They're at 3 mana. This is the longest they've ever taken. Yeah, I can't quite run out my Barrogoyf yet because I know they have Leyline Binding. That's the unfortunate thing. Even if my deck had Spell Pierce, they still have put themselves in a position where it's like they can either have Mana Drain or they can have Leyline Binding holding up 2 mana. It's a tad bit annoying. Shocked in a Watery Grave. What are you doing? A bargain. That's not my place to fight. They left out 1, suggesting Leyline Binding. Oh no, they put 2 lands. That means they found nothing but action. Shocked into Steam Vents. What do they plan on doing? Have 2 cards in the graveyard. This dig through time is not going to be online anytime soon. Ponder. I do like the additional Barrogoyf. All these games have been completely different from each other, which is crazy. Not a lot of mana. I'll let it happen. We're looking at the top 5, but really I'm more... They have not shown me any counter magic. I'm more concerned here about like what's their haymaker they're gonna put in, or also how likely am I to stick a Barrogoyf against all the possible answers in their hand. Also, 4 cards in graveyard. I mean, Addicted Time's, I mean, likely. I don't care about exploration this late. That's fine. That was Dees. Okay, Barrogoyf, get in there. Is it a leyline binding? It looks like a leyline binding. Oh, it's a swords. That's fine. I'll let it go. Also, if they did 2 Field of the Deads, they're either a master planner. Oh, they just top decked that. Oh my goodness. I was about to say they don't have any lands in their hand. I'm cooked. So cooked. I'm so cooked. Take me out of the oven because I'm cooked. I'm pretty sure I clicked that like 3 times. Also clicked that twice before it actually, you know, recognized it. I'm not risking the stock up right here. Come on, no more lands, no more enablers. Please no fetch land. Nope. Do they have counter magic? Oh, what is this deck? All right, well, I lost. GG, opponent. All right, on to the next one. All right, guys, here we are in round number 2. This hand is a absolute stinker. We're gonna mulligan. This hand is also not great, but it has some potential. We'll try it. Put the Undercity back. I'll probably lead on Island with a Brainstorm. Uh-oh, mirror match. Oh, well, it's suddenly better now that it's the mirror match. Uh-oh, I'm getting comboed. Well, okay. Yeah, always have it. To be fair, he didn't know he was going against the mirror match, but I saw Hedge Mage and knew like, uh-oh, this is the mirror match, and thank goodness I kept this hand, because that would have been dicey. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna juke him. I have the flash package already in here because I expect to go up against Omniscience. You know, certain amount of times. It's pretty popular. So the flash package already built into the deck is really good against this matchup. The main priority we need to do is have some sort of combination of Omniscience and then also some way to gain access to the flash package. This is everything I could have asked for. In this matchup, this is everything I could ask for. I'm going to let him cast show and tell. And you can see the Omniscience in my hand. Keep. Dig of the Time is amazing because it's instant speed. It's part of the flash package. And it lets us dig for any access to, what's it called? Born Upon a Wind. But I took a mulligan, okay? But it has a tad bit of a weak hand there. Reading Pool, Ponder, okay. So normally the blue-green version just has green for Veil Summer, which is not a bad idea, but I definitely prefer Thoughtseize over Veil Summer when I shouldn't say almost, but most of the decks I go against require me taking a look at their hand and disrupting their combo. Okay, opponent has a bit of a clunker too. What are they casting for 2 mana though? Why did this come into play? What? I haven't seen that card in forever. Not since it first came out. Which was whenever, like a year or two ago. But it had like 1 week of play, and then it was gone. And then we found out Snapcaster Mage was coming, and for the most part, I haven't heard from it since. Interesting. Ooh, Thoughtseize is really good. Sure. Run out another fetch land, and then let's see what you're working with. Do you have the Veil of Summer, sir? No, he has a Brainstorm, so he's gonna hide his combo. But we get to still like decide how he is going to combo off. That's the really important part of this. He let me take the show and tell. Interesting. This doesn't count as an island, so he's not gonna Mystic Sanctuary. Unless he's really slow playing me here. So I'm gonna get a turn to do my whole stock up thing. And that's very good for me. I'm really not worried. I base off of what my opponent has in their hand. Oh. Even if they have Omniscience, their hand is bad. I'm going for it. I think this favors me. I wanted them to show and tell, but based off their hand info, I believe this favors me. And then we're gonna put the other one in case it's a bounce spell. Yes. All right. Whew. The mirror match is always fun. What can I say? Wow, that is a lot of lands. I'm gonna trust that these cantrips can help me find what I need. Come on. And they're gonna reanimate it now? Oh, sweet. Get a turn. We're gonna lead on the Watery Grave. Ponder. I think I'm gonna hide everything first. Frothy Voidwalker, that makes the dig through time much worse. Not gonna ponder yet. And did opponent miss a land drop? They sure did. That definitely works in my favor. Now we're gonna ponder. Stock up. I don't like stock up. I do like this Brainstorm though. We're casting this right now. Sure, that's fine. I could have brainstormed in response, but my plan is to future me editing this. There wasn't a plan. That was a lie. I'm sorry. I'll try not to be so bad. Spoiler alert, I will be. To Brazen Borrower the Bowmaster on end step. I think I messed that up. Admittedly. Get rid of a basic here. Another fetch. This is getting more and more awkward. I think definitely missing the brainstorm there in response to Orcish Bowmaster was a big mistake on my part. I'm not sure what I was thinking there, and pretty sure I'm just dead. I would need opponent to tap out here. But I mean, if this is also just Shieldred. Oops. It's the One Ring. You still have Orcish Bowmaster, man. That. Oh, man. Well, we'll attempt to take a draw here. That may or may not be lethal. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you're saying there is a chance. Don't deserve this. Really don't. Next turn. Oh man. Bounce that. Brainstorm. Cool. Yeah, didn't deserve that. Royally messed that up, but luckily still got through. Alrighty. Do I want Thoughtseize in this? Yep. I think 2 is fine. What do I think I can get rid of? I can trim on the flash package here. And then we can go up Fatal Pushes and trim 1 Atraxa, 1 stock up, so we can still play like fair Barrowglyph. Yeah, that was not deserved. Should have died. It was specifically Omnishow, or it was specifically Omniscience, and then find Axa. I did it there. I will keep this. Sure. They'll probably get rid of the Omniscience here. Yep. But the cool thing is that I just have so many payoffs in this deck. That's fine. I'm going to take this opportunity to ponder. Next turn, I'll have Fatal Push. Let's see. I'm going to tuck the Omniscience. Should have maybe tucked it 1 more down. Well, no, I'll have Mana Drain to deny any sort of hand disruption. They go. No need to do much here. I don't think I necessarily have them. I maybe should have held off on the Fed. It's cute. Yeah, I didn't quite have it all pieced together. Match is a bit sloppy. Briefing me in response. I don't have anything to do with that. Okay. And I'm not going to use show and tell again unless they have an answer to omniscience. Just gonna go to my turn, honestly. It's lucky. Never lucky, also just plain sloppy though. Gonna duress me. This is the point where I want to deal with a 4/4. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Oh, Undercity. Brainstorm. Brainstorm, carry me home. I'm demonic. Stream. I could go Emrakul, but I'm actually going to go Atraxa here. Atraxa. Deck. Stock up. Yeah, cool. Writing was on the wall. I'm glad I didn't have to think about that stock up too much, but I think it was going to be Bargoy for Atraxa. Oh, I could do better than that. Okay. We'll be on the play. Hand's okay. All right. Ponder. I love all this. This is hard because I like it all and I want to keep it all. I guess my worst card is Thoughtseize. My worst card is Mana Drain because next turn I want to the computer. So we'll keep that. I don't think I'm bad, but I would say I'm in trouble with something. Top card of the library. Lose life equal. Interesting. I'm gonna be greedy here. What are they exactly? Bring Dark Ritual again. Go borrow Glyph. Have a Thoughtseize. Dude, that was the one thing. Alright. Yeah, well, my hubris got me there. Crap. And not a cantrip in the world to save me. They know about that. Do not care about it though. I can't make A6. What the heck's going on here? Whoa, what the heck is going on? Whoa. Let's go stock up. Always have it. Know my hand. Take the Emrakul. That's just lethal. Yep. Sweet. I got greedy there, but it turned out fine. Once again, we are going to trim down on an Atraxa and trim out our flash package. And if I want to on the draw, I'm on the draw, so I don't know how good Thoughtseize is. And then borrow Glyph against them seems like it can hold them back. Tomato push seems good as well. Use one open slot. We'll have a Bear Nethergoyf would be fine. We'll put back in one Thoughtseize. Oh wait, we can trim a stock up on the draw and then another thought. Okay, I like this better. Yeah, as I was sideboarding and as I thought about it more, I remembered that I saw Ugin. That's just really scary. I'm cool with this hand. Yeah, I kind of figured they'd keep a Thoughtseize opener. There's 2 payoffs, so it's okay. They're gonna stock up. Or are they gonna double Thoughtseize me? Surgical. Okay. Noted. I wonder if they surgical a. No. It is in their deck. The deck has answers to borrow. I think it's get rid of surgical here because that just hinders us. Sweet, I'm going to stock up. But I don't have a mana drain, and then there's my answer to the borrow. Slowly working our way up to something. But if it's good or not is yet to be. Interesting that they're going with this. I'm okay with card draw. And then I can organize the top of my library where I draw a land and don't take damage. No land. Okay, I didn't want any part of it. I was also just going to simply. And that's our rank up match. Cool. Definitely did better playing tighter that game. Cool that we're back in plat. Second day of the season. I didn't really play yesterday. I get to go first. And it's possibly a trap. I'm into it. Rail land. Extra land on top. So far, not a trap. Yeah, so far, not a trap. Let's see what we're working with here. Seems like just control. Don't really have to worry about much that's going on here, but this could be a clock. We'll get rid of it. They're going to unfortunately flip their Tameo. Maybe I should have pondered first. Don't want any of this really. I will take a shuffle. Cool, I definitely didn't want that. Okay. Yikes. Not a good spot to be in right now against this control player. We'll have a slight opportunity to spike a win against them if I do draw a show and tell. Oh my god. Play to your outs. Play to your outs. Never give up. Oh, that's crazy. I'm not out of the woods yet. Oh no, I'm out of the woods. Okay. G opponent. EG. It's cool. Have another. Yeah. Better to be lucky. All right, against our Bowmaster control player, we are also going to be bringing in Bowmaster. They seem to be geared towards the low to the ground tempo side of it. Nevertheless, it's they win through control means. We're gonna like this again and bring in our Bowmasters. Bring in Fade Up Push here. I feel like I do. Leaving the Snotzies. Do want a Brazen Borrow. I think I can cut down one more stock up. That's fine. Actually, I can cut on both of them. Just have the Borrow Glyphs in. I mean, they have Swords of Pashas. That normally such a unit, but I'll bring in the Fate of Pushes. I think if I can keep their Tamios in check and their other, it also leads the way where if they tap out and have a blue creature in, I can Fate of Push the blue creature to turn off the Flare of Negation, and then I can combo. This hand's okay. This hand does stuff. I like it. Fucks with it. Speaking of, I'm going to ponder here. I think I'd rather smooth out my mana points. That's not smoothing out, but that is a win. That is an inevitable win. If they don't have not Wasteland, They don't have strip mine, it's fine. And so far they're showing that they don't. Right now they're kind of telling me that they have Flare of Negation in their hand. Let's go with the Thoughtseize here, brother. Let's see what you're working with. They might brainstorm in response. Oh, they spell pierce. Interesting. Okay. Still telling me that Flare of Negation is in there. This is such an annoying interaction. Telling me there is counter magic in hand. Alright, I do like the land drops here. I do need to respect Spell Pierce because they've shown me that. I will attempt to Bowmaster them. So we'll force them to tap out. The cost of a little bit too much life, but still. And I'm going to try and remove these. Alright, okay. Resolved. There's still a possible mana drain in that. It's slightly frustrating. I am running out of opportunities to interact here. At the same time, I feel like I am doing my best to work around my opponent keeps telling me, like, don't fuck with me, I have it. And I believe them. The spell pierce in the opening hand is a signal. What are they putting on top? Probably another spell pierce. Fragment Reality, interesting. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, wait, no. Oh, I thought we were going into main phase. Should have done that prior. Engine is so hard to beat. Frog, okay. To figure this out now. I have just enough. They have to have flare. They had to have flare. There's no way they don't. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Once again, I could possibly top deck and have a chance. Good lord, my opponent can draw like crazy. Still draw. They do have lethal here with. It's okay. All right. I think I'm still fine with that. What was happening. But definitely being able to do more threats than just show and tell a lot better. Maybe I cut the Brazen Borrower here. Cut one, cut one. I want to dilute all my hits. Play. I like Fatal Push against them the best. Especially since they showed me Frog. Generic hand, sure, I'll keep it. Like a snap mulligan, okay. Or keep it. Man, I like all this. Looks like I'm the control player. If I could sneak in my Bowmasters or get a protected Bowmasters, then I think that's likely though. And it seems pretty heads up. Another Bowmasters. I do like that. I really shouldn't keep it, but I do like it. I'm going to attempt to ponder here. Decline. I don't really want the combo with what's going on here. Of course, I draw show and tell. Ponder. That's different. Find the shell. Showing me double mana drain. I don't want to discard anything. I wish I had a land drop here. I have perfect mana to Bowmasters, counterspell, or even double Bowmasters. Stand. I am going to move. I do want to keep the Brainstorm, so I will get rid of one of them. We'll attempt to Brainstorm. Okay. They're deciding to Bowmasters. I will attempt to mana drain. Flusterstorm. Still have Swords to Plowshares here. Let it resolve. On trigger, that's my boosters. Still sucks that I'm having to do this all on my end. Fragment reality. Another land was good. Another land was definitely good. Okay. I'm gonna go for it. They have shown me Flusterstorm. Cannot beat here. Oh. And the spell appearance. Not necessarily in the dumpster, but I'm also not in a great zone. Yeah, I've been thinking about putting Mystic Sanctuary back into. Putting the Flusterstorm back on top. Rude. And that must mean he already has a mana drain in. Why is he hovering over his graveyard? Oh. That's sweet. But my opponent just reloaded. And I know they have mana drain. They would have put the other mana drain back on top instead of have drawn that instead. I eat the mana drain here. And I have the show and tell, and I can play through the fluster, and I can play through spell. Player denial, though, is bad, but that will get Psychic Frog off the field. Unfortunate. On out, Ryan. I'll be right out. Oh, no. Oh, I deserve that. Must have drawn that. It's not unwinnable, it's just very painful. I've worked through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of interaction. At this point, I need the fair half of the deck to come in clutch. Doing it again. Wow. Drawing a response. That's a good sign. Stuck. Is yes, and I still get it because I'm non-active player. Let's go. Okay, I overkilled it. I could have pinged one to the. Yo, that's hype. Okay, okay. All right, game is looking better in my direction now. Never mind, there's a frog in play. Red alert, red alert. It has a 6 sense of humor. 2, 4, 6. They're gonna draw 8. There'll be 1 card off of lethal. They discard their whole hand, which, you know, this player seems decent enough where they won't do that in case I accidentally draw into Omnishow or draw into Show and Tell. Fuck. Card was only thing keeping me in check. I will eat this here just so he doesn't draw. Sure. Like extra information of what your hand is, and a lot of land seems to be the case. Bargoyf, carry me home. This is all dead. This is all dead. We have both exchanged just far too many resources. I'm not dead here. Opponent was smart and just chip shot me. Okay. Wow. Deck is always providing. Fine. Pray that I can beat this. But I can't beat the Fluster Storm. Oh, dude, where the hell were all my ancient? I think those would have killed me, but still. Decline them. Third show and tell. Third show and tell. Still a 4th copy. My God. I still had my Bowmasters in play, and this would be totally different. All three? Oh yeah, that's right. I pitched one. All in all, this is a kind of a fun game. A lot of back and forth. Oh, he lets it hit. Okay. Well, I am going to take the action here. Oh, that's huge. Emrakul's going to shuffle back in the show and tells. If I'm alive. 5 plus another 5. I'm alive. Yeah, that's right. That flips Tamio. Dude, really? Guess all those are back. Oh. Your smelly face. What? That's right. What did your... Oh no, go something going to hit for 1. No, 0 now because of Tamio. Oh, my opponent's smart. They're so smart. Well, nothing I can really do here. Good game. GG. Well, that was actually really fun back and forth. I haven't had a game like that in such a long. Okay, so overall, guys, I gotta say that there were some times where I was playing sloppy, and that can attribute to some of the losses that occurred. But also, game 1, we did go against a complete brew, which, you know, sometimes they have brewers advantage in those situations. But I'm not even that upset because it's cool to see that Timeless isn't totally homogenized around a few certain decks. And once in a while, when a really good deck pops up that can beat me, hey, no problem. Actually, it was really cool to see. But overall, I really like this deck. I will still be grinding it to try and get to Diamond and maybe even Mythic this season. I have to say, though, that I do like the blue-black version. Having access to Thoughtseize in the main deck is really, really helpful against a mirror match, because then I either get to strip their payoff, or I get to know exactly what they're working with when I go to combo off and I know the coast is clear. The sideboard juke did come up in one game, which I really did enjoy. I'm not too sure how much I love it, but for now I will leave the sideboard how it is and try and figure out how to tweak it, and maybe when I figure that out, I'll make another video and showing you guys. But for now, that's really all I have to say about the deck. It's Omnishow. It's one of the most consistent decks you can play on ladder right now, and honestly, it's just a house. That's going to be it for me today. I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out.